Hello! Today I will be guiding you on what armor, enchants, artifacts and weapons to use in Minecraft dungeons. This will only be relevant for the first difficulty tier, since in higher tiers you can get better items to use. I will be doing more of these for higher difficulty levels in the future, but for now I am sticking to the lowest one, since that is the only one that I have some understanding of. This loading I am using is more of a tank loadout that utilizes healing items and damage buff items. First, we will look at the weapon. The weapon of my choice is a Venom Glaive that is a drop in the Desert Temple level. You can also get it from the blacksmith, but whenever you hit, it leaves a poison cloud that damages all mobs in it. It's good AoE damage and useful when you don't quite one-shot enemies and they just have a tiny bit of health left. For enchants, the first one I chose was Leeching. This is one of the best enchants in the game, because when you have it, you don't have to use healing items all the time. It allows you to save your health potion and totem of healing for more difficult situations than just couple mobs when you're low. The other one I have is Freezing. It is not as useful as Leeching, and I would recommend Sharpness here if you have that option. But for me, this was the best one of the three options that I had. Next up, armor. I am using Wither armor. The main reason for using Wither armor is the 100% souls gathered, which gives you a soul for every kill you get. It's not useful unless you pair it up with one of the artifacts that I have. It also gives plus 166 health and has lifesteal aura and damage reduction from enemies, which help in tanking more hits. The enchant I have is not the best one you can have. The best one is called Health Barrier. It gives you minus 90% damage reduction for 9 seconds after drinking your health potion, and that allows you to really go in and do a lot of damage with minimal hits and damage being taken from other mobs. Next up, we will be talking about the bow. The bow I am using is an auto crossbow. It has insane damage after you get it to fire at max speed. It mows down bosses so fast it's unbelievable. You have a lot of AoE damage and crowd control items. You also have the crossbow that is the most effective bow to bosses by far, so you don't have to change between two different sets all the time. For the enchants on the bow I have piercing, so whenever I shoot an arrow it goes through the mob and hits a second mob behind it. The other enchant I have is poison cloud, which is the same as on the Venom Glaive. Now the artifacts are where you start to realize why this is a good loadout. I will first go over all of them and say what they do, and then go into detail why I chose them. First up, we have the Totem of Regeneration. It places a healing ring that heals you and your teammates a certain amount over time. Mine does 80 healing, so from when you place it to when it ends, it will have healed 80 health. Second, we have the Harvester. When you kill mobs, they give you souls. There is a bar under your artifacts that fills up the more your souls you collect. With these souls, the Harvester when used does a blast around you doing 104 damage at max, which kills most mobs in one hit. The more souls you have collected, the more damage the Harvester does. The third one we have is the Deathcap Mushroom. When used, it gives you a speed and damage boost. Now these artifacts tie together the whole set. The Wither armor is useful only because we have the Harvester, which uses souls, and the Harvester is mostly useful because of the Wither armor. The Deathcap Mushroom and Totem of Undying are used so you can just walk in front of a bunch of mobs and murder them really fast, taking minimal damage. You also have the Leeching enchantment on your sword, which gives you healing so you don't have to use your healing potion most of the times. These all tie together very well, and I think this is one of the best loadouts you can have in the first difficulty level. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.